The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with intense debates and accusations. Representatives from various alien races, clad in distinctive attire, engaged in fierce verbal battles. The circular room, with towering walls and intricate holographic displays, pulsated with the intensity of the discussions. Amidst the chaos, a lone figure stood tall, his voice rising above the din. "Silence," bellowed Councillor Saxon, the Arcturian representative. His commanding presence instantly quelled the commotion, drawing the startled councillor's attention to the imposing figure at the center of the chamber. Saxon's silver hair gleamed under artificial light, and his piercing blue eyes scanned the room, demanding respect and obedience. "We have gathered today to address a matter of utmost importance," Saxon continued, his voice resonating through the chamber. "The humans, our long-lost brethren, have resurfaced after eons of isolation." Murmurs rippled through the chamber as councillors exchanged glances of disbelief and concern. The humans, once a prominent race in the galaxy, had vanished without a trace millennia ago. Their sudden reappearance sent shockwaves throughout the galactic community, sparking speculation and rumors about their fate and the reasons behind their disappearance. Councillor Raxus, the Syrian delegate, with feline features etched with skepticism, spoke up. His sleek black fur contrasted sharply with his vibrant green eyes, which narrowed as he addressed the Arcturian. "Are you certain of this information? The humans have been extinct for ages. How could they have possibly survived?" Saxon's eyes narrowed as he regarded Raxus, his chiseled features hardening as his lips curled into a slight smirk. "I assure you, Councillor Raxus, the evidence is irrefutable. Our scouts have discovered an ancient human sanctuary on the dead planet Xerx Prime. The ruins bear the unmistakable marks of human civilization." The revelation sent a collective gasp through the chamber. The notion of humans surviving on a desolate world long abandoned by the galactic community was both astonishing and unsettling. Councillors leaned forward in their seats, their expressions ranging from disbelief to fascination. "Impossible," exclaimed the Heronian representative, his reptilian scales shimmering under the chamber's lights. "Xerx Prime has been a barren wasteland for centuries. No life could possibly thrive there." Saxon raised a hand, silencing the Heronian's objections. "And yet the evidence speaks for itself. The sanctuary is real, and it holds the key to understanding the human's fate." The Arcturian councillor stepped forward, his long robe swishing against the polished floor, and activated a holographic display. An image of the ancient sanctuary materialized at the center of the chamber. The councillors gasped at the sight of towering structures adorned with intricate carvings and symbols lost to history. "This discovery changes everything," declared Saxon, his voice filled with awe and trepidation. "The history of our galaxy must be rewritten. The humans, once thought to be a lost civilization, have endured against all odds." As the councillors grappled with the implications of this groundbreaking discovery, a hooded figure emerged from the shadows. The Heronian representative, known for his secretive nature, stepped forward, his voice barely above a whisper. "Councillors," he hissed, his reptilian eyes gleaming beneath his hood, "we must exercise caution. The humans were a formidable race, known for their tenacity and unpredictability. Their resurgence could pose a threat to the delicate balance of power in the galaxy." The chamber erupted into a cacophony of voices once more, with some councillors expressing fear while others advocated for further investigation. The Syrian delegate, Raxus, stood, his tail twitching with agitation. "We cannot jump to conclusions based on mere ruins," he argued, his voice rising above the din. "For all we know, the humans may have perished long ago, leaving behind only remnants of their civilization." Saxon shook his head, his expression grave. "No, Councillor Raxus. The sanctuary shows signs of recent activity. The humans are alive and we must understand their situation." The Arcturian councillor turned to face the entire chamber, his gaze sweeping over the assembled representatives. "I propose we send an envoy to Xerx Prime to establish contact and gather more information. We cannot afford to remain ignorant of the humans' presence and their potential impact on the galaxy." The proposal was met with mixed reactions. Some councillors nodded in agreement, while others voiced their reservations. The Heronian representative, his face obscured by his hood, leaned forward, his voice dripping with suspicion. "And who would lead this envoy, Councillor Saxon?" he questioned, his tone laced with a hint of challenge. "Surely you do not intend to entrust such a crucial mission to just anyone?" Saxon met the Heronian's gaze, his eyes flashing with determination. "I will lead the envoy myself. As the one who brought this discovery to light, it is my responsibility to see it through." The chamber fell silent, the weight of Saxon's words hanging in the air. The counselors exchanged glances, some nodding in approval while others remained skeptical. After intense deliberation, the council reached a consensus. A delegation led by Counselor Saxon would be dispatched to the ancient human sanctuary on Xerx Prime. Their mission was to unravel the mysteries surrounding the human survival and assess their potential impact on the galactic stage. As the meeting adjourned, Saxon couldn't shake the feeling that this discovery would alter the course of galactic history. The humans, once thought lost to the annals of time, had resurfaced, and their presence would undoubtedly reshape the future of the galaxy. Little did the counselors know that, deep within the shadows, sinister forces were already plotting to suppress the truth about the humans' existence. The discovery of the ancient sanctuary had set in motion a chain of events that would test the resolve of the galactic community and the power of the spirit of humanity itself. The stage was set for a cosmic drama that would unfold across the stars as the humans and their alien brethren navigated a treacherous path fraught with danger, intrigue, and the unrelenting pursuit of truth in a galaxy on the brink of upheaval. Saxon stepped out of the council chamber, his mind racing with the implications of the task ahead. He knew that the journey to Xerx Prime would be perilous, but he was determined to uncover the truth about the humans and their ancient sanctuary. As he made his way through the bustling corridors of the Galactic Council headquarters, Saxon couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation mixed with trepidation. The fate of the galaxy, and perhaps even the universe itself, hinged on the outcome of this mission. With a resolute stride, Counselor Saxon set forth to assemble his team and prepare for the journey that would take them to the very edge of the known galaxy, where the secrets of humanity's past and the key to their future awaited discovery. The sleek silver spacecraft glided through the inky void of space, its engines humming with a steady rhythm. Inside the vessel, Counselor Saxon sat at the helm, his eyes fixed on the holographic display before him. The star-studded expanse stretched out in every direction, a vast canvas of celestial wonders. Beside Saxon, a lithe figure with iridescent scales and piercing yellow eyes monitored the ship's systems. Zika, the Heronian science officer, had been handpicked by Saxon for her unparalleled expertise in xenorchaeology and her keen analytical mind. Counselor. Zika spoke, her voice a melodic whisper. We're approaching Xerx Prime. Sensors indicate a significant concentration of ancient structures on the planet's surface. Saxon nodded, his gaze never leaving the display. Prepare for landing. We must tread carefully. The secrets of the human sanctuary have remained hidden for millennia, and we cannot afford to disturb them recklessly. As the spacecraft descended through Xerx Prime's atmosphere, the desolate landscape came into view. The planet's surface was a barren wasteland, ravaged by centuries of neglect and unforgiving elements. Jagged cliffs and deep canyons scarred the terrain, their edges worn smooth by relentless winds. The ship touched down on a flat expanse of rock, its landing gear absorbing the impact with a gentle hiss. Saxon and Zika emerged from the vessel, their envirosuits shielding them from the planet's harsh conditions. Before them, rising from the dust and debris, stood the ancient human sanctuary. The towering structures loomed over the landscape, their surfaces etched with intricate carvings and symbols that had long been forgotten by the galactic community. Saxon's heart raced as he approached the entrance to the sanctuary, his mind reeling with the possibilities of what lay within. Zika followed close behind, her scanner already analyzing the surroundings for any signs of life or hidden dangers. As they stepped through the massive archway, a sense of awe washed over them. The interior of the sanctuary was a marvel of ancient human engineering, with soaring ceilings and intricate mosaics adorning the walls. The air was thick with the weight of history, and the echoes of long-forgotten voices seemed to whisper from every corner. Incredible, Zika breathed, her eyes wide with wonder. The level of preservation here is astounding. It's as if time itself has stood still within these walls. Saxon nodded, his gaze sweeping over the ancient relics and artifacts that lined the corridors. The humans were a remarkable species, Zika. Their ingenuity and resilience knew no bounds. As they ventured deeper into the sanctuary, the pair discovered a vast chamber, its walls lined with towering statues depicting human figures in various poses of strength and defiance. At the center of the room stood a massive stone table, its surface etched with a complex array of symbols and glyphs. Zika approached the table, her scanner already analyzing the markings. Counselor, these symbols. They appear to be a form of ancient human writing. If I can decipher their meaning, it may shed light on the humans' fate and their purpose here. Saxon joined her at the table, his eyes tracing the intricate patterns. Then let us unravel this mystery, Zika. The answers we seek may lie within these very walls. As they set to work deciphering the ancient text, a sense of unease crept over Saxon. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that some unseen presence was observing their every move. Suddenly, a deep rumble echoed through the chamber, causing the walls to tremble and dust to rain down from the ceiling. Saxon and Zika exchanged a look of alarm, their instincts screaming at them to flee. "We must leave now," Saxon shouted, grabbing Zika's arm and pulling her towards the exit. But as they raced through the corridors, the ground beneath their feet began to shift and buckle. The ancient structures groaned under the strain, and cracks appeared in the walls, spreading like spiderwebs. Just as they reached the entrance, a massive slab of stone crashed down from above, blocking their path. Saxon and Zika found themselves trapped, the sanctuary collapsing around them. "Counselor, what do we do?" Zika cried, her voice laced with panic. Saxon's mind raced, searching for a solution. He scanned the crumbling walls, his eyes landing on a narrow passageway revealed by the falling debris. There he shouted, pointing towards the opening. "It may be our only chance." Without hesitation, they plunged into the passageway, the darkness enveloping them as they left the collapsing chamber behind. The air grew thick and stale, and the walls pressed in on them from all sides. Just as they thought all hope was lost, a faint light appeared ahead, growing brighter with each step. They emerged into a hidden chamber, its walls lined with ancient technology that hummed with otherworldly energy. In the center of the room stood a large stone ball, its surface etched with intricate carvings depicting the outline of a planet. Opposite the ball, a white stone statue of a half-naked human male in ancient Greek garb caught their attention. The statue's left hand held a tuta staff, while its right hand pointed toward the stone ball. Saxon and Zika approached the statue, their eyes wide with wonder. Zika's scanner immediately began analyzing the carvings on the stone ball, attempting to decipher their meaning. "Counselor, these carvings. They appear to be a star map," Zika exclaimed, her voice filled with excitement. "And the planet depicted here. It matches the descriptions of Earth, the legendary home world of the humans." Saxon stepped closer to the statue, his gaze fixed on the pointing hand. "The statue seems to be guiding us towards Earth. Could it be that the humans left clues to their origin within the sanctuary?" As they examined the chamber further, they discovered a series of ancient data storage devices, their surfaces covered in a thin layer of dust. Zika carefully extracted one of the devices and connected it to her scanner. The device hummed to life, and a holographic projection filled the room. The image of a human male, dressed in a simple white robe, appeared before them. The man's eyes held a fierce determination, and his voice rang out with a strength that belied his age. "To those who have found this sanctuary, know that you hold the key to humanity's past and future." The man spoke, his words echoing through the chamber. "We, the humans of Earth, once ruled the stars, our empire spanning the galaxy. But we were not alone." The projection shifted, revealing images of a great war, of human ships battling against a formidable alien force. "We fought against an enemy that sought to exterminate us, to erase our very existence from the cosmos. In the end, we were forced to flee, to scatter ourselves among the stars, and hide our true heritage." Saxon and Zika watched in stunned silence as the man's tale unfolded, revealing the truth of humanity's past. The humans had not simply vanished but had gone into hiding, their civilization fractured, and their history erased to protect them from their ancient enemy. "But we knew that one day our descendants would rise again," the man continued, his voice filled with hope. "We left this sanctuary as a beacon, a guide to lead them back to Earth and to the truth of their legacy. And now it falls to you to carry that legacy forward." As the projection faded, Saxon and Zika exchanged a look of determination. They knew that the information they had uncovered would change the course of galactic history, and that the human story was far from over. With renewed purpose, they gathered the ancient data storage devices and prepared to return to the Galactic Council. The truth about humanity's past and the key to their future now rested in their hands, and they would stop at nothing to ensure that the humans' legacy lived on. The Galactic Council chamber was in an uproar as Counselor Saxon and Zika presented their findings from the ancient human sanctuary on Xerx Prime. The holographic projections of the human male's message and the star map to Earth hung in the air, casting an eerie glow over the assembled representatives. This is preposterous, bellowed the Heronian representative, his reptilian eyes narrowing in suspicion. The humans. A once mighty empire? Impossible. Saxon stepped forward, his voice calm but firm. The evidence speaks for itself, Counselor. The sanctuary held the truth of humanity's past, and it is our duty to acknowledge and protect that truth. The chamber erupted into a cacophony of voices, with some counselors expressing disbelief while others demanded further investigation. Amidst the chaos, a figure emerged from the shadows, his presence commanding instant silence. Counselors spoke the Arcturian Prime Minister, his voice deep and resonant. The implications of this discovery cannot be ignored. If the humans were indeed a powerful civilization, their resurgence could have far-reaching consequences for the galaxy. The Prime Minister turned to Saxon, his gaze piercing. "Counselor Saxon, you have brought this matter to our attention, and it falls upon you to see it through. I hereby grant you the authority to lead a mission to Earth, to uncover the truth of humanity's past, and to assess any potential threats to the galactic community." Saxon bowed his head in acknowledgement, the weight of the responsibility settling upon his shoulders. "I accept this charge, Prime Minister. I will assemble a team of our finest warriors and scholars to accompany me on this journey." As the council adjourned, Saxon and Zika wasted no time in preparing for their mission. They handpicked a crew of elite Arcturian warriors, each one skilled in combat and trained in the art of diplomacy. Among them was Raxus, the Syrian delegate who had initially doubted the humans' existence. "I may have been skeptical before," Raxus admitted, his feline eyes glinting with determination, "but I cannot deny the evidence. I will stand with you, Counselor Saxon, and see this mission through to the end." As the crew boarded their spacecraft, a sense of anticipation hung in the air. They knew that the journey to Earth would be fraught with danger, and that the secrets they uncovered could reshape the very fabric of the galaxy. The ship tore through the void of space, its engines propelling them towards the coordinates revealed by the ancient star map. Days turned into weeks as they navigated the uncharted regions of the galaxy, guided only by the faint hope of finding humanity's lost home world. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they emerged from hyperspace, and the blue-green orb of Earth filled their view screens. The crew stared in awe at the vibrant planet, its surface teeming with life and energy. As they entered Earth's atmosphere, they were greeted by a sight that none of them had expected. Great cities sprawled across the continents, their towering skyscrapers reaching toward the heavens. Sleek vehicles zipped through the air, and the buzz of advanced technology filled the airwaves. "By the stars," Zika whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. "The humans. They've not only survived, but thrived." Saxon nodded, his mind racing with the implications of this discovery. "We must proceed with caution. We don't know how they will react to our presence." The ship touched down on the outskirts of a massive city, its alien design a stark contrast to the human architecture that surrounded it. As the crew disembarked, they were met by a delegation of human leaders, their faces a mix of curiosity and apprehension. "Greetings," Saxon spoke, his voice steady and diplomatic. "I am Counselor Saxon of the Arcturian Empire, and we come in peace." The human leaders exchanged glances, their expressions guarded. "Welcome to Earth," one of them spoke, a tall man with piercing blue eyes. "I am President Elias Novak. We have been expecting you." Saxon's brow furrowed in confusion. "Expecting us? How could you have known of our arrival?" President Novak smiled, a hint of mischief in his eyes. "We have our ways, Counselor. The humans of Earth have not been idle in our isolation. We have advanced in ways you cannot imagine." As the crew followed the human delegation into the heart of the city, they marveled at the technological wonders that surrounded them. Holographic displays, anti-gravity vehicles, and advanced robotics were commonplace, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the human spirit. In a grand hall, President Novak and his advisors sat across from Saxon and his crew, their gazes locked in a silent battle of wills. "So Counselor Novak began, his voice measured, what brings the mighty Arcturian Empire to our humble planet?" Saxon leaned forward, his eyes never leaving Novak's. "We come seeking the truth, President Novak. The ancient sanctuary on Xerx Prime revealed the story of humanity's past, of a great war that forced your people into hiding. We seek to understand that past and to assess any potential threats to the galactic community." Novak's expression hardened, and he exchanged a glance with his advisors. "The war you speak of, Counselor, is a distant memory. The enemy that once sought our destruction has long been vanquished, and humanity has risen from the ashes to reclaim our rightful place among the stars." Saxon's eyes widened in surprise. "Vanquished? How is that possible? The enemy was said to be a formidable force, one that even the humans, at the height of their power, could not defeat." Novak leaned back in his chair, a smirk playing on his lips. "The humans of old may have been forced to flee, but we are not the same as our ancestors. We have evolved, adapted, and grown stronger. The enemy you speak of underestimated the invincible spirit of humanity, and they paid the price for their arrogance. As the meeting continued, Saxon and his crew learned of the incredible advancements humanity had made in their isolation. They had not only rebuilt their civilization but had surpassed the technological achievements of their ancient ancestors. Earth had become a beacon of hope and progress, a shining example of what humanity could accomplish when united in purpose. But even as they marveled at the wonders of Earth, Saxon couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story than President Novak was letting on. The enemy that had once threatened humanity's very existence could not have been defeated so easily, and the human sudden resurgence raised more questions than answers. As the crew prepared to depart Earth, Saxon pulled Novak aside, his voice low and urgent. "President Novak, I must know the truth. How did humanity defeat an enemy that once brought them to the brink of extinction?" Novak's eyes flashed with a hint of something darker, a secret that lay buried beneath the surface. "Some truths, counselor, are best left in the shadows. Suffice it to say that humanity has always had a way of rising to the occasion, of finding strength in the face of adversity. And when the time comes, we will be ready to face whatever challenges the galaxy may bring." With those cryptic words, Novak bid the crew farewell, leaving them with more questions than answers. As they embarked on their journey back to the Galactic Council, Saxon couldn't shake the feeling that the true nature of humanity's resurgence was far more complex than anyone had imagined. The crew knew that their mission had only just begun, and that the secrets they had uncovered on Earth would have far-reaching consequences for the entire galaxy. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: the humans of Earth were a force to be reckoned with, and their story was far from over.